What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking in with Callie. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. This is some unfortunate news, I would say, for the Clippers because Ivica Zubac, really he's been playing really good, and he's really been one of the unsung heroes kind of sort of for the Clippers based upon, since James Harden's arrival, because James Harden has really kind of lifted his career a little bit, I think, only in regards to, getting him more involved with the offense and getting him a lot more easier baskets to where he can just drive to the basket off a pick and roll and get 2 points and go in there and bang with some big guys. And then, his backup with Daniel Tice along with Mason Plumlee, that makes their trio of big men really, really formidable if you put them all together and utilize them the right way. And I definitely think with somebody like James Harden, he's gonna make those guys play a lot better than they would if they didn't have James Harden, a point guard with his type of skill and his mindset. So I definitely think that Zubac not being there is. It can hurt the Clippers a little bit, but because they got, Daniel Tice and Mason Plumlee, they're still going to be able to, pick the pieces up and keep things afloat. But I definitely think Zubac brings a little bit of a different presence for them. He's not like a, superstar or star big man or anything like that, but he's their star big man, so they look at him that way and they treat him that way because he is a big part of what they do, Big Zoo, you know what I'm saying? And then there's nights where Zoo will go out there and surprise you, he'll go out there and have 10, 15 rebounds and 17 points. And we seen a game earlier this year where he went off and had a big game. He had a couple big games last year, for the Clippers. It's not really consistently, like the way some may want it to be, but Zoo is really a big part of what they do. And I think when he's in there, when he has that aggressive mindset, like going in there, just getting extra rebounds, fighting, clawing, scratching in the paint, and just, being somewhat of a force in the paint, it makes the Clippers a little bit different, because it makes them not only have the big four, but they got a big man in there that's willing to go out there and battle with them and play with that type of sense of urgency when Big Zoo plays that way. So I definitely think he's definitely going to be missed. He's going to be out with a calf injury about at least what they're saying is at least 3-4 weeks. And, of course, like I said, with Plumlee and Daniel Tice, you definitely have good substantial backups there. But, of course, you definitely don't want to hear any type of injury with the Clippers because it just, it seems like it's always a setback, but, they can definitely make up for Zoo, no doubt about it, because he's not one of the star players on the team. But like I said, he is one of the core players on the team. So with that being said, I definitely like, what they have in regards to being behind him. And plus it gives Mason Plumlee a little bit more time to, go out there and get his rhythm back. Because, of course, Mason Plumlee said about a couple weeks ago, that he doesn't mind being behind DT, Daniel Tice, and playing behind him because he really wants what's best for this team, and winning is what they're all about. And I definitely love that answer. I definitely love that, thought process by him. And I think that ultimately guys as selfless like that will make this team flourish a lot more. And I think it started with Russell Westbrook, of course, when he did the selfless move and, did what they need to do to make the team a lot better. So with that being said, hopefully the best for Zoo. Hopefully he comes back healthy and ready to go because the Clippers definitely going to need him because, when they play certain teams, certain matchups, his presence is really felt because you think about the loss the other night against the Timberwolves, Zoo would have been a big help for them. Zoo would have made things a lot easier because Zoo actually kind of gives Rudy Gobert a little bit more, trouble in regards to giving him a little bit more competitiveness in regards to how he plays them and how Zoo attacks him. Because one thing about Rudy Gobert, I think he's a good, decent player. I say all the time, I think he's trash. Ultimately, I do think he's trash, but I mean, let's just be real. He is an NBA player and he does get an NBA paycheck, so you got to give him some credit. And he has been Defensive Player of the Year a couple of times. But when Zoo has played him throughout Zoo's career, Zoo has went at Rudy Gobert and players like that with a force and a vengeance. Just like when Zoo plays against Nikola Jokic, he plays with more of a vengeance. He plays with more of an edge and aggressiveness to him where, Jokic, of course, plays better than him. He's a better player than Zoo, but Zoo actually holds his own against guys like that. And that's what you need. And see, in a game like against with the Timberwolves, if they had to play him in a 7-game series, Zoo would be like an unsung hero for that series. He really would be because, like I said, he would go at at Rudy Gobert and attack him and try to dunk on him and not go up soft and not try to be, have a feathery touch around the rim. He would really actually go at him and try to get him in foul trouble and, get himself going and then try to get himself going on the rebound attack and everything of that nature. So it's like when you have a player like that who sees other competition and he feels the need to step up and play to his best, I think that's what really makes Zoo valuable for the Clippers. Now, of course, you would want to see more consistency with Zoo in regards to how he does it. And this year he's been playing very good. I got to give it to him so far this year. He's been playing very good. That's why I said, it's kind of unfortunate for him being out for a few weeks because, like I said, they're going to miss his presence in the paint because even though Daniel Tice is good and Mason Plumlee's good, but they don't, Zoo brings a little bit different, for the Clippers and the pick and roll opportunities that he has with James Harden. He fits with it a lot more. Zoo definitely plays better in the pick and roll, I think. And I think that, like I said, they're going to miss him depending on certain matchups that they have. And like I said, that game against the Timberwolves, I personally think if Zoo was there, even with Paul George having an off game and James Harden have an off game in that game, I think Zoo could have been, somebody that actually, made the game a little bit different because he would have probably had about 14 points, maybe about 9 rebounds, something like that, maybe a block or two. And he would have been that body in the paint that actually attacks the other team when they try to, come into the paint, because Zoo will actually do his best and he's kind of sort of the shot blocker, defensive guy, for the Clippers at times. He's their anchor at times in that position when he plays more aggressive and he has that aggressive mindset. So, I definitely think that game would have been a lot different if he was there. And I definitely think his presence is always felt. So hopefully, the Clippers get him back pretty soon. Other than that, like I said, the backup centers they have is good enough to keep things afloat. You got the big four, so you're not really worried there. Between Kawhi and PG, they'll make sure everything is okay. And they'll go out there and score big points if they have to and be who they need to be to help the Clippers play better. And, James Harden will still do his thing. He'll still find a way to get, 7 to 10 assists a game just because of all the talent around him. They just need other guys to step up, in Zoo's place. And I definitely think they will.